So guys, I finished watching the movie Ant-Man. Yes! I like to thank the Academy for that awesome thing. Okay, so I have to review this, so let's do this. Hey, what is going on, guys? It's me, Junior, and welcome to another video. And today I have my first ever movie review on this channel. And today we are discussing the new Marvel movie called Ant-Man. And gotta say, it's good. And if you can enjoy this review, make sure you slap that like button and comment down below. If you watched Ant-Man already, what do you think about it? I would like to know because I really love to have you guys a part of this channel as much as I do. So let's get started. So Ant-Man, new Marvel movie, part of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I gotta say, this movie was terrible. It had slow pacing, and it's just really all around bad, and it's just horrible. I'm kidding, guys. I really enjoyed this movie, and it was so amazing. And it focuses around Scott Lang, the second Ant-Man and the current Ant-Man in the Marvel Comics. If you guys didn't know, Hank Pym was the first ever Ant-Man and the first ever Goliath, Giant Man, the Yellow Jacket, who was in this movie, but I'll discuss the Yellow Jacket in a bit. And so, Scott Lang, former crook, turns into an awesome superhero trying to protect his daughter, even though he doesn't see his daughter most current often. But I had a few problems with this movie. Just one. It had a lot. It just focused on a single plot and show how Ant-Man was currently doing. It would be better if he had like beaten a few crimes and stuff, but that's my only problem. It just had a even more focus than it was currently. Him trying to steal the Yellow Jacket suit from getting into the hands of someone, and the guy that was in the movie, the bald guy who was the main villain in this movie, the Yellow Jacket, because apparently he wore the Yellow Jacket suit. So, like I first said in my Arkham Knight review, this movie review will contain spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled and want to watch the movie, click out of this video or just skip ahead until I get into another topic of what this movie was, how I enjoyed this movie. So if you want to skip ahead and do my overall review on this video, so just, or you want to click out and watch the movie and come back here and we'll discuss it. Alright, so here we go. Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. Apparently, the guy who was bald took over Hank Pym Industries and remade the formula that gave Hank Pym the power to shrink and stuff. Was called the Pym particles, which able to shrink down to a size of an insect and do these amazing feats. So he decided to remake the formula in revenge for not showing this to the world, because Pym thought it was too dangerous to be shared with the world. So he becomes the Yellow Jacket to face the new Ant-Man, which is Scott Lang. And so let me touch on, because it didn't make like Hank Pym the Ant-Man. He's currently older in this universe for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and passed the torch to another Ant-Man, which is Scott Lang. And so basically, Scott was been watched by Pym for a while now, and he just thought to pass the Ant-Man mantle over to him because he thinks that he can get a new Ant-Man and give Scott Lang his redemption into seeing his daughter once again. And he sees that, and now we can move on to his daughter, Hope Van Dyne, which is daughter to Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, who was the old Wasp in the time when she shrunk to particle size and went to this alternate dimension where everything she knew and loved was gone forever, and she'll never come back. And apparently, when Scott fought the Yellow Jacket, and he had to shrink down to microparticle size to stop him and dismantle him from the inside out. Then he defeats the Yellow Jacket, and he's sent to this reality where he won't be coming back. And so he figures out how to come back, and that was good ice. And so and so he saves his daughter, and everything's swell. And now here's the part where things get edgy, and he interacts with one of the Marvel Avengers characters, which is the Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie from The Winter Soldier. And the Avengers Age of Ultron. And so he meets him, thinks he's a threat, and he tries to stop him, but ultimately defeated by Ant-Man. And so this is how we interact with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and how Ant-Man will probably be in Civil War. And so we get to the part where one of Ant-Man's friends, who was partnering him up when he was a former crook, tells him he meets this guy, and here's the reference that I was so excited to see. That's why I'm wearing the SpiderMan shirt. And so he said, and this telling about a girl that says, "We got a guy that can swing on webs, crawl up walls," and it was just amazing to see, and it was awesome to see this nice little Spider-Man reference. I can't wait for the Spider-Man to be in Civil War, and it's just so freaking awesome. And so now, and that's how Ant-Man ends with, and we get to see an after-credit scene where Hank Pym and her daughter Hope is seeing the newest Wasp suit, and it looks freaking amazing. And he says maybe they can end what they started, and she says it's about damn time, and it can be speculation that she can be the new Wasp, which, if you didn't know, the first Wasp was Janet Van Dyne from the comics, and she apparently died like I said, she died. She disappeared. She didn't die. She disappeared in that alternate reality. Because you see the little regulator it's like the belt on his suit where he twists it and he can shrink down to the size, and to make particle size, and she disappeared and she never came back. And this will be speculation that Hope Van Dyne can be the new Wasp, which I'm really excited for. And we get to the after end credits scene where we see Falcon and Captain America if Falcon captured Bucky, and which you didn't know was the current Winter Soldier, and so they try to get help from Iron Man, which they didn't. Which Falcon said that it wouldn't work because the Accords wouldn't allow, which ties into the Civil War movie. If you didn't know, Civil War was a big comic book, and the Civil War storyline was awesome in my opinion, where the government sends out an anti-registration act that sends out where all superheroes must go to the government and reveal their secret identity to everyone. And they said the Accords wouldn't allow it, and so, which ties into the Anti-Registration Act that we're going to get in the Civil War movie. And so I was so excited to this, and Falcon said maybe they're not alone, they can get something for help, and says Ant-Man will return, and that's going to be for the Civil War movie, which I'm so excited about. So overall, this movie was so great. The action was amazing. The jokes and the humor were hilarious. And nice Easter eggs for Spider-Man. We get to see Stan Lee once again in a Marvel movie, because he appears in every Marvel movie he's in, because he created some of these characters, and it's amazing to see Stan Lee once again in a cameo. So overall, this movie was awesome. It had plenty of action. I enjoyed it, and I give this movie a 9 because it was such a good movie. The critics didn't lie. They think it was amazing, and I thought it was amazing too. So yeah, guys, that is it for this review. Yes. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you slap that like button and comment down below. If you enjoyed this movie, if you didn't watch the movie, go and watch it. It's such an amazing movie. I recommend it to you, and that's for you too, Dan. Watch that movie. It's awesome. And so check out Dan's channel in the description below since I mentioned him. And go see this movie. It's just amazing. Thank you all for the support, and I will see you all next time.